Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge outdoor wall sconce called the Port Large 304305. There are two sizes smaller than this. Check them out if you can. This is going to be coming in at 13.3 inches overall height, 12.4 inches wide, has a projection from the wall out of 12.4 as well. Mounting height is going to be 9.5 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box. Very important. Backplate is 7.5 inches high by 5.6, so it covers this nicely. I want to show you more information about that. Let's do that. How we're going to do it is we're going to look at the install sheets. These are going to be the ones that are going to be in the box when you get this. And how we do that right now is if you're on the page for this on our site, Handmade in Vermont, look over on the right hand side of your screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. That is going to show you tons of good information. Full parts list, how to put the glass on, put it all together, which is super easy. It's also going to show you the how it mounts on your junction box. You're going to notice that the backplate 7.5 inches high, 5.6 wide. You're going to be cutting a block, your contractor or you. If you're putting this into shingles or you're going to be putting this into a clapboard, and you want to make sure that that's going to be a little wider than our backplate, so just remember that. And then when you are all done with this, and this is against your building, take a quick second and run a little bit of clear silicone around the back, just a bead of it around the back where the sconce meets the building, because you want to seal that up against moisture. Very, very important. Okay. On those instructions, it's also going to show you this guy, and this is going to be taking the place of your hand to put on the retaining ring that's going to go over the threaded socket holding the glass on. So this is basically a retaining ring tool. It's a metal tool. It's flared on the end. It's going to accept the retaining ring, and then this is the inner glass diffuser. This is actually probably from one of the smaller sizes, but anyway, to take the place of your hand getting up there, and then obviously the other glass goes on top of it. You're going to twirl it to the right, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, get it all set and on. Don't go too hard. You don't want to break the glass. Just get it on there as tight as you think it should be. And then when you take this out, the retaining ring will be on the socket. You will take this and put it into a kitchen drawer and make it disappear for many years until you need it in the future, and it will be there. Really important, because I sell a lot of those, believe it or not. Okay, let's talk about that glass again. So you're going to have two options for glass. You have this really pretty clear seated glass. Those are little air bubbles trapped in this. Remember, Hubbardton Forge's glass is all hand blown. It's going to have an opal diffuser, so you don't see the socket and bulb, and that's going to be the setup for there. Option 2 is going to be both of these are opal, and that's going to be this. And I'll get into opal glass in just a little bit too. So that's your setup for glass. Let's go back to sockets and bulbs. Medium base socket can take a medium base bulb. As far as an incandescent goes, the limit's going to be 100 watts, and that's going to be because of the heat generated by this incandescent bulb from our past. If you want to go with LEDs, which I think you should, you can put in anything your little heart desires. The only limit is, can it get into the piece of glass? And it's a good sized piece of glass, so you should be able to get an A19. That was the same size as that standard incandescent I showed you. You might be able to get in an A21. That's a big guy here. This I can find out in the world up to 150 watt equivalent. This I can find in the world up to 100 watt equivalent. Both of these guys I can find in the color temperature I like, which is going to be 3000 Kelvin. I talk about that all the time. That's the same glow as our incandescent friend here, and that's the light that's coming down on me. So that's going to be that warmer, they call it warm white, but that's that warmer glow of an incandescent bulb. If you guys like that cooler daylight, that's going to be 4000 Kelvin, 5000 Kelvin. It'll tell you on the box when you're in a store looking at the bulbs. It'll tell you online really easily. Other thing is, if you're going to be putting these out around a pool or maybe a backyard, back deck, covered porch, and you're going to be hanging out there in the summertime with your friends having coffee after dinner, you may elect to put this on a dimmer, which I think you should. Put in a dimmable bulb, put it on the correct dimmer. You could dim this down to make it look like almost like candlelight. It'll be very romantic. Okay, so moving on from there, why don't we talk about the California Title 24 people. So if you're in the state of California and you're pulling permits, and they're going to be coming out and sending a building inspector, an electrical inspector, to see what you're doing, because that's always a lot of fun, they may elect to have you do this. Put in a California Title 24 compliant GU24 socket, and we do these by special order on a lot of stuff. So two little holes there, two little prongs on this LED guy. It's not a screw in, and it just clips in like that. pretty much makes it so you can't put in this incandescent bulb while that guy is rolling out of your driveway. Option 2, they may have you do something else like a motion detector or timers and that kind of stuff, but this is really the easier way to go if you can do that on anything. The other thing is, if you guys are doing a LEED certified building, that's LEED, and that's going to be for tax credits, so we can cover you there as well. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.